Hey, I'm James Croson. I live in Oklahoma, and I have several years of using Autodialers, several years of experience, going on probably 5 years now. I have generated leads for myself, for my friends, for clients of mine. I have generated leads anywhere from, let's just say, 5 leads a day, 5 leads an hour, to 200 leads a day using one line a day. When I say one line, when I say lines, what I mean is how many phone lines are connected to an auto dialer. I've had dialers that were running just one line a day to 200 lines a day. The fact is, when used correctly, they will generate leads. Now here's something you need to be aware of. The FTC wrote an amendment in 2008, last year, about a year ago, which went into effect last month. It was called the 2008 Amendment to the Telemarketing Sales Rule, TSR. And what it did is it changed the rules of the game, the dialing game, the telemarketing game. So now what you need to be aware of is that there are virtually no exemptions to using a dialer to call people at home. Be very careful about using them. There's virtually, I'll say it again, there's virtually no exemptions. I don't have the policy, the statute in front of me. It's in the Code of Federal Regulations. If you want to look it up, just type in Google CFR and then something like Telemarketing Sales Rule Amendment 2008. And that'll pull up the actual code that's in the CFR, Code of Federal Regulations. You could also see it if you typed into Google something like Federal Register TSR, or Telemarketing Sales Rule 2008. And the reason why you need to read this for yourself is this is the actual language of the CFR, the Code of Federal Regulations, is actually the language of Congress. The Federal Register is the rule. It's called administrative rule or administrative law that was written by the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, which is prior to it becoming statute or code, if you will, by Congress. I tell you this because it's important that you know firsthand, that you read it for yourself, and not just from me or someone else or some other website. Okay? So that's covering the law a little bit. Number 2, about the volume of leads that I was talking about. I've consulted hundreds and hundreds of clients on the proper use of auto dialers, how to write scripts that will work. I've consulted doctors, insurance agents, mortgage brokers, network marketing representatives, lawyers, so many different types of industries, carpet cleaners, lawn care folks. Why? What's the common theme, the thread that runs through all of them? They want leads. That's the bottom line. Well, since these legal changes happened, and they went into effect last month, by the way, September 2009, people are scratching their heads going, what do we do now? So what I want to offer you is this. There are still tremendous possibilities that exist in using auto dialers to generate leads for your business, but now it's not B2C, it's B2B. But you got to know how to how to create the system that will produce the volume of leads you need in a cost-effective system. Okay? So I have a whole system for doing this, but let me give you one hint. Let me give you one little piece of advice that'll pay you very, very well. And here it is. To use auto dialers effectively in calling businesses, what you need to do is to make sure the businesses you're calling are the person who will listen to the voicemail you leave. Don't even try to send live messages. Forget it. Don't even do it. But dialer calls business. They don't answer, or they're not there. Therefore, the dialer leaves the message on their answering machine. Here's what you need to make sure. you need to make sure that you build your database that you dial with the idea in mind that the decision maker who would buy your products or services is at most 1 degree of separation from the answering machine message. So that means that either the decision maker checks their own answering machine, or there's one person in between them, like a receptionist, secretary, or something like that. So if you were calling a real estate agency, then there's probably a receptionist going to check that voicemail and then give out the messages as appropriate. If you're calling doctors' offices, there's a office manager or a CA, a chiropractic assistant, or a secretary, things like that. And what they do is they check the voicemails and they write them down, and then they give them to the doctor. Or the doctor, if it's a small enough practice, the doctor will check his own answer machine messages. So, again, make sure you only have 1 degree of separation from the decision maker when using an auto dialer. This isn't just nice for me to say and to tell you. This is the difference between success and mediocrity. It's the difference between mediocrity and utter failure. So there you go. That's today's tidbit. I don't know when I'll get back and do another video, but if you want to check me out, I don't have anything for sale. I'm a full-time graduate student, but I like doing these videos. If you want to check me out and my qualifications, you can go to my website. It's alreadymillionaire.com. www.alreadymillionaire.com. And if you have any questions for me about auto dialers, the law of the proper use of auto dialers, and in compliance with the law with respect to B2C or B2B, especially with non-profit entities, that's my area of specialty. How to use them as a non-profit entity or agency or corporation, things like that. So you got questions, you go to www.alreadymillionaire.com. Alright? And you send me an email with a question, and I'll shoot you an answer back. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.